Yo, greetings and welcome to the breakdown with DJ Odyssey. And I am DJ Odyssey, of course. And today, I'm just attempting to make like a black coffee type of beat. I'm not done yet, but I'm very close to finishing it, like a little bit more EQs and all that. So I just say, you know what? I'll show you how I got to this far where it's not really sounding like 100% like black coffee. And then as we go on and on, I will tweak some things. And then later on, I will play you the whole thing later. Not today, later on. And because, the quality of black coffee is there. And some of us, we're still here. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, before we go any further, I want to play this song, play this beat so that you can actually hear how far I am. So I'm still busy with it, but I want you to hear where I'm at, then I'll break it down until this far. So let's get into it. Let's go. Oh yeah, that's how far I got. As you can hear, as the elements of what black coffee would normally do, but I still have to add on a few things, and then it will sound like almost like black coffee. Let's say somewhere 80% still. It will sound like that, not like now it's 80, but now it's just the beat, which is nice. And so we'll break it down, right? So let's break it down. Pattern by pattern, and first pattern is the kick, and the kick is simple. It looks like that on the screen, like that, and it goes like this. My bad, like that. So I decided to just keep it like that because it doesn't change. And then now, the next pattern is the hi-hats. It's just the hats with some rides. It's heads, open heads, and some rides. and then I'll play them one by one. So the first one was like this. So as usual, I put in the feed up there, but I make sure this time the delay time is on 1:0 on the first head. Then the second head doesn't have those, it's just going like that. So it's a ride. And then the next thing, another ride. And then we put in a hi-hat. It's open hi-hat. It goes like that. And the last hi-hat that goes here. And then one thing I did was make sure that these hi-hats will be like stereo. The stereo of it will be open, so it will be separated a little. So the hi-hats will just move in like that. And then basically even the rides, basically I would want to just separate them a little. And then you have some hi-hats which sounds nice. So normally with a kick, when you mix a kick as well, like you would wanna maybe make it mono. If the kick is not mono, you don't know if it's mono or not. You just it sounds like that. Like let's get to that kick first, and then this is how it sounds like when it's mono, and then it was like this when it's open, and then when it's separated, you can hear like it plays this side and this side. But with a kick, you want normally to just make it mono or just leave it the way it is, but keep it closer to mono in the middle. You can keep it like that, but keep it in the middle, you know, like should be mono. And then the other sounds could separate, doesn't matter. And then I got to the toms now. So the toms will sound like this, and this other toms here. So I'm still using the sample pack, my first sample pack that you guys have, and then my next sample pack will be coming out soon. But for now, this is what I'm using, and then it sounds like that. And then if you listen to it closer, you might wanna maybe, let me see, I do this a little, and then separate them both, just pan them a little bit, so they're still playing in the middle. And then you might wanna, you know, just a little. Like I said, I haven't like mixed this song, so as I'm playing it now, I can hear like, okay, maybe I can just separate there and there, and then, so you can also see sometimes what I'm doing to actually mix a song to sound as good as it sounds a little bit. And then you can also get close to this, you know, get close to what I'm doing. And then I call this my sound effects because they all go into my sound effect channel here. And then I've put in a reverb, a lot of reverb and some delay. And then I put on a snare. The snare sounds like this. And then I have a shaker and another snare that's close here at the 8th bar, and then it goes like, and then that's how they sound. And that's what gives the song some variety, you know what I mean? It gives it that thing. When you're listening to the song at the 8th bar, you actually hear something else come in, and then it makes you feel like, wow, how did he do that? And it's not like, how did he do that? It's so simple that you can actually do this, you know. And then the next pattern, I started with the pads, you know. So these pads, look, chose some pads from what do we call this, from Expand. And then it's called Hard to Love in the bright pads. And then this is the chords, right? If you see the chords, they look like this. And then what I did was to do some cutoffs, so it will be sound like the pad will sound like this. Okay, my bad. Let me bring it back to there. I need to take off the automation at the beginning because it affects the pad. And so let's get back into the pad. It sounds like this basically. So like I said, the other secret into getting your sound to sound cleaner It's just to have a very big cut, and then you will have a sound that sounds very clean. And then if you feel like you wanna cut off, like, like listen to the thing and then chop there and there, you can still do that. But sometimes you don't want your sounds to be too bright, so you just chop them up and then you sound like this. Let's watch the chords. It's looking dope, doesn't it? And it sounds nice. And the next pattern, I had to find some pizzicatos. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's a piz. I got it in Nexus. It's called a pizzicato. And then it's like a string, but it's like it's chopped. Doesn't play a string too. So it sounded like this. And these are the chords. And then they sound like that. Nothing changes. And then as well, I did some cutoffs on the EQ. And then if you want to, you can also do some stereo separation. So the pad, I made it wide. As you can look at the pad, it's wide. I opened it like very wide. And then this pizzicato, I just opened it, but not too much. And then that's how it sounds. And then it's not mono, but it's stereo wide. And then I got into Atmosphere to get the bass line, which is called Beefer Bass. You can also find a bass line like this anyway. Just that I was too quick. I wanted something. So I remember that Atmosphere has this type of basses which are more electric. And then, so you just need a bass which is more electric that can hit once, not the bass that, not like a sub which is gonna need to float. So with Black Coffee, sometimes most of his sounds, they're not straight, they're not flowing. The only thing that will flow is the pads, maybe, and the piano. But the bass sometimes, you can hear his bass is too much. But what I did was kill it, like the velocity to be a bit lower, and then I would increase the volume, and then it will sound like this. And that's how simple it looks. I haven't done anything to it yet, but it sounds amazing because I dealt with the velocity so that it doesn't hit like being loud, like clang that you were hearing, like. So you play like a very low velocity, and then it sounded like that. It sounded amazing. And then I went into expand, and I found me a brass. Right, so but not the brass, but the synth brass. This is the synth brass, and then I just chose this one first so that it can also play a part into the song coming in, going up, and then everything, and like the song gets to climax, and then you have something like this which can work for you. And then it sounded like this. So it also takes the same chords from the pad, and then so this is how it sounds. And then as well, I'm just playing with the cutoffs here and there. If you have a filter, you can just filter down however you can filter, but I decided, now, you know what, I like to use the EQ to chop this side, and then you have a sound like that. So this is expand, right? And then let me show you something. Then I will deactivate the EQ, and you'll hear this sounds like this. So most of the plugins have this cutoff in them. So if I mess around this, so you can actually deal with it via the cutoff. So it's the same thing. The cutoff and the EQ is just the same thing. And then so I use the EQ instead, and I add this sound. And then my next pattern has to be like what, my piano. So with this piano, I just played it like this. So what I did was put the reverb in the piano, like a lot of reverb, and then it sounded like that. And then if I wanted to as well, it's add a delay. So I'll use delay 3, and then I'll reduce this. You have a very nice sound. And then next, created an arpeggio using expand. And so what I did with arpeggio is this: you turn on this arpeggio from this, and then you create an arpeggio, and it will sound like this. And what I did, I actually used the same chords. I haven't changed anything. And so the arpeggio just took the chords and created an arpeggio from it. And then it sounded like that. It sounded dope. And then now that sums up the sounds in the beat. And the only sounds that are left are the audios, which it sounds like a down filter. And also you have this riser here, but it's like a reverse crash, and it sounds like that. And for me, that's the song. And then if you have any questions, you can keep them down on the comment section. Like I said, I wanted to do something like Black Coffee, but it's not 100% there yet, but it sounds like it's getting there. And then I can actually work on 2-3 things, and then it will sound doper than how it does. But I'm loving it. It sounds dope already. It's already clean like Black Coffee will do. And then like I still need a hard kick. As it moves, Black Coffee will have maybe a harder kick at 17 there, and then it will do nicely. And then I think that's like some of the things that I would add, and some vocals. If you get a nice vocalist on this would be a very dope song. Imagine Psyche on this, man. Come on, it's gonna be nice. And then so yeah, this is it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. We go into 4K now. I'm definitely sure, man. By the end of July, man, we'll be on 4K or maybe 5K subscribers. I hope so. And thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you guys. And one more time, it has been nothing but love from the comments section. Y'all say I sound too professional. I don't know, yeah, but I really appreciate everything. And I'm glad you guys are learning something from my channel. And without you guys, it wouldn't mean anything. And after that, thank you, and see you on my next tutorial. Man, peace out. Okay, let's play this. And let's bring back the automation. And let's play this song.